Hey guys! Welcome back to Popverse, where drama hits different. If you're loving intense plot twists, brutal fights, and chaotic heroes, then hit that subscribe button now and turn on notifications, because we're breaking down every second of Good Boy. Let's jump into episode 2, and trust me, it's wild. The episode kicks off with Dong, Ju in a paint factory, completely demolishing a gang of thugs. He takes them on single-handedly in a ruthless fight. Then comes Golden Bunny, who's stunned that Dong Ju is still alive. "You're not dead yet?" He sneers. Golden Bunny asks his men who should be killed first, but they're helpless. Dong Ju brutally endures all of them and hurls paint trays at them. Golden Bunny tries to fight him personally, but Dong Ju lands a hard punch, knocking out his 2 golden teeth. Soon after, police backup arrives. Mansik rushes to Dong Ju, asking if he's okay, but Dong Ju punches him straight in the nose, dropping him to the ground. Backup also reaches Jonghan, and Jaehong checks on him. Meanwhile, Dong Ju finds Jina and asks if she's alright, but before she can answer, she fires her gun. A gangster with an axe had crept up behind Jonghan. Jina reassures him, "Don't worry, the bullet's fake." She fights bravely and clears their path, but the document gets stolen in the chaos. Cut to Dong Ju in the shower, reliving the entire fight. Meanwhile, Mansik is getting his nose checked at the hospital. Outside, the media is waiting, bombarding the heroes with questions. "How did you fight them all?" Just then, Dong Ju arrives and reporters swarm him, asking how he fought the Golden Bunny gang alone. Dong Ju reenacts the entire fight dramatically. Mansik watches from a distance and confides in Gunchul. "I thought Dong Ju was useless, but maybe he could boost my career." Later, everyone's statements are released. At night, Jina heads home, only to find Dong Ju following her. She snaps, "Why are you following me?" He says there's still danger and insists on walking her home. Jina eyes him skeptically. "You seem more dangerous." Suddenly, her neighbors arrive and scold Dong Ju, assuming he's harassing her. He says he's a cop, but they don't buy it and shoo him away. As he leaves, Dong Ju says, "Call me if you're scared. My number's still the same." Dong Ju returns home and runs into Gong Il. "How are you, buddy? Want a piggyback ride?" Gong Il declines. If you've seen One High School Heroes, you'll recognize him. They head inside, where Ja serves dinner. Dong Ju recounts the entire paint factory incident. Ja sighs, "We get it. Just be careful." Dong Ju asks Gong Il if he went to therapy and even brings out some equipment to help him. But Gong Il throws it aside. His mom scolds him. "What are you doing?" Gong Il brushes it off. "They'll do it later. I'm eating now." Later that night, Dong Ju places a bank passbook with some cash beside a sleeping Ja. He then talks to Gong Il, advising him to stay away from Young. "He's not a good man. Be better. Help your mom." But Gong Il lashes out, "I can't be good. I've never been good. And neither are you. You just pretend." Dong Ju says no one is born good or bad. We become what we choose. I'm choosing good now, so I won't regret it later. Just then, Gong Il's phone buzzes. Dong Ju notices and suspects it's from Jongwoo. He tries to read the message, but Gong Il hides the phone and storms out. Dong Ju waits for hours, but Gong Il doesn't return. He even tries calling, no response. Elsewhere, Mansik massages Paniol while he reads a newspaper article on the heroes. Mansik suggests forming a special crime unit. Paniol smirks. "They're like our Avengers." But he's clearly plotting something else. The new crime unit gets announced, and the team gets its own office. Dong Ju notices a desk and asks, "Whose is this?" Mansik says it belongs to Jonghan, who's declined to return. Dong Ju and Mansik interrogate Golden Bunny. Dong Ju shows him a car photo asking, "Who bought this?" Golden Bunny stays silent, but Dong Ju notices a familiar watch on his wrist. "That's the same watch I saw on the hit-and-run driver." Golden Bunny claims he bought it. Suddenly, Dae-young's men arrive and take Golden Bunny away. Mansik protests. We were interrogating him. Dae-young says, it's under Panyol's orders. You've got another important job. Turns out this important job is just a staged photo shoot to showcase their heroism. Dong-ju is reluctant until Mansik mentions Jina will be there. Then he immediately agrees. During the shoot, Panyol demands perfection. Jina complains to Mansik, do I really have to do this? Panyol keeps showing off and even gets shot by Jina in frustration. But he's wearing a bulletproof vest. Furious, he tells Jong-han, fire her. Jong-han hesitates due to media presence, but later claims it was a bulletproof vest test. GNAS colleagues discover her resignation letter. Where did she go? They wonder. Meanwhile, Dong-ju visits her neighborhood. She's not home, but he notices flickering lights and reports them. Later, Jina is seen filming when Jong-han arrives. She confesses, I shot the commissioner. Are you here to arrest me? He says no and insists she's still needed. The gang who stole the document is still out there. Jina refuses. I can take care of myself. That night, Dong-ju waits outside her home. Why aren't you answering my calls? Have you eaten? She brushes him off. Are you really quitting? He asks. It's none of your business, she snaps. Dong-ju says, of course it is. We have a relationship. Jina replies coldly, I told you I don't like you. Dong-ju confesses, but I like you. No one can control feelings. Maybe one day you'll like me back. Jina retorts, do I look that easy? Dong-ju smiles. No, but you're easy to like. She orders him to leave. After he walks away, she spots a dog and asks the neighbor, where did this come from? The neighbor doesn't know. Mansik then answers a phone call at Dong's department. The caller reports gang activity. Mansik, Dong-ju, and Jong-han head out. Only 3 of us. Someone asks. I already called backup, says Mansik. Dong-ju jokes, is Jina the backup? But they find Jong-han instead. Inside the building, Mansik suddenly collapses. Dong-ju tries waking him, but nothing works until he sees Panyol in a hallucination and runs off screaming. Inside, they confront gang members and Mansik attacks wildly. Dong-ju chases a thug who calls his boss, claiming they have the document. Jong-han intercepts the thug, who tries stabbing him. A painful flashback hits Jong-han, paralyzing him. But Mansik dives in, taking the hit. The thug escapes. In the ambulance, we learn the reason for Mansik's odd behavior. He accidentally took confiscated drugs, mistaking them for candy. The ambulance is stuck in traffic. Dong-ju pushes Mansik the entire way to the hospital in a cart, wearing out his shoes. Mansik wakes up, and the doctor reveals that Dong-ju saved his life. Mansik becomes emotional. Jong-han, too, remembers his trauma. Jina visits Jinsa's family, handing over his belongings and apologizing for failing to retrieve the documents. His mother says, thank you. At least you brought something. Jinsa's son says, punish the people who hurt my dad. Meanwhile, villains Jae-young and Jong-woo force Gong-il to take drugs and falsely confess to being the hit-and-run driver who killed Jin-soo. You'll get 10 years for the drugs, but only 3 if you confess, they blackmail. Gong-il agrees. Later, Jae-young burns the hero's photos. On a boat, his men kill others carrying the stolen document. Jina hears from her neighbor that the lights were fixed by that guy who always comes to meet you. Cut to Dong-ju waking up and finding a box of shoes gifted by Mansik. At the station, he playfully smacks Mansik. You gave me tiny shoes for saving your life? Mansik yells, my stitches will open. Dong-ju laughs, return my shoes. But news arrives. The hit-and-run driver has confessed. It's Gong-il. Dong-ju remembers the night Gong-il got the message from Jong-woo. Come, I have a job for you. Dong-ju tries to stop Gong-il. You didn't do it. I know you. Gong-il begs, don't tell my mom. Dong-ju asks, was it Jong-woo? Gong-il shouts, stay out of my business. Dong-ju confronts Jong-woo and his lawyer. Thanks for getting Gong-il to agree, they say. Dong-ju locks the door and punches Jong-woo. You ruined his life. Jongwoo mocks, "You can't hurt me. I'm your coach." Dong, Ju hits him again. Just then, the police come and break it up. The episode ends with Dong, Ju attending Jinsu's funeral. He remembers seeing a watch on someone's wrist. Inside, he checks a donation notebook and learns Jinsu worked for Korea Customs Service. At the company office, Dong, Ju checks everyone's watches. Finally, he sees Jae-young and recognizes the exact watch from the hit and run. Dong, Ju says, "I told you to stop the car. I'm a cop, but you didn't. I remember everything, especially the watch." The episode ends on this explosive moment. That's it for episode 2 of Good Boy. We'll be back with episode 3 next Sunday, so make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and drop a comment. Whose side are you on, Dong Ju or Gina? See you soon on Popverse.